Couple of teams here who began the year with wins. Let's see who can make it 2-0 as off we go in week 2. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
All J.J. has ever done in his career, no matter where he's been, is win. And there is something to that. I know at times it's hard to measure how much of it was him, how much of it the people around him. Most importantly, just ask his teammates over the years. They love playing with him. That is a characteristic that's important, and I don't think talked about enough, Kate. Do your guys in the huddle want to play for you? Do they believe in you? Everywhere J.J. has been, he's lit up that huddle, and success has followed.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. On play action now, McCarthy. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars will take over as he records his first interception of our season. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
So here comes the Jaguar offense now. Their turn to set out on an opening drive. And we'll get a look at the guy calling the shots, their 5th-year quarterback.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite, the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate. Anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He'll look to throw. Finds him over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
The kick by Shudak is good. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give him the lead.
He's going to field this at the 2. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at this Vikings offense. They threw the interception on their opening drive, Brock, but that's right from their memories. They head back out now.
Yeah, it's got to be, right? And when you throw that pick early, you've got to flush it. The defense help with that, holding that offense on the other side to just a field goal and giving this offense now some hope as they take the field again.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5. Back-to-back carries here. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. McCarthy throwing here. Short pass brought in. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Jefferson brings it in on the slant. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Jaguars with an extra defensive back out there, 3rd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's got the first down grab and still going. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Here's a toss headed right. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Hand off to the back. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Catch is made in close. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. McCarthy to throw it. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings take a 4-point lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Returning from the 18-yard line. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's out to the 38. 2nd drive coming up for the Jacksonville offense. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Hits him on the out route. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
First down on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Has it down close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. We're back for the start of the second quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6. They are throwing it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Headed in the wrong direction, Brock, as they take second and goal now from the 13. Another try following the sack. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
Cam Little to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars push their lead to 3. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Vikings and their QB J.J. McCarthy returning to the field on offense. They've got first down from the 31. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Taken in by Addison, left side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 39. Caught for big yards on the right side. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On first down, they'll run. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Josh Hines-Allen, that time to haul him down. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Here's McCarthy to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Jaguars are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The Jaguars and Brian Thomas Jr. readying for another drive on offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Hits him on the in route. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They'll throw on first. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
It's second down and 10.
They're going play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Down and 10 yards to go.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 34-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be Vikings football. The Vikings offense back to the field now. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing game here, coming off an interception they threw in enemy territory. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. That one's cut along the left sideline. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They'll run here on first down. And he's got this down to the 40. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Chidobe, Awuzie, there on the tackle. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. On play action now, McCarthy. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. First and 10, they're going to throw. He's got it over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. They're set up at the 35 now. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. From the 43. Dumped off to his running back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
The tackle made back
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The Jaguars into punt formation. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And it's going to be their football coming up. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Throw left side, complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Vikings out of the hurry-up, need everyone back to the line. We'll get this to Jefferson. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's caught in stride by Addison. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. Vikings out of the hurry-up, need everyone back to the line. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Jaguars, they're going to have it! And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Well, I'm it, man. I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
The Jaguars headed out on offense late in this first half. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Tight end going in motion here. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. That's Thomas. He's got it. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He completes it in traffic. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the Vikings 19-yard line.
From the 19. This throw is caught. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Throwing it again here. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. 2nd chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. And this is caught. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars will add to their lead at the end of the half. Brian Thomas Jr. the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Little tacks on the extra point. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Hits him on the out route. And he'll get it up to the 44. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Back to throw it. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. So we're halfway through this contest from Jacksonville. The hometown Jaguars out in front. Now we'll send you... The rest of the league can wait. We'll see how they're faring later. Our focus, it's on these two teams as we skip halftime and get right back to this contest. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Jaguars headed back out on offense. First and 10 now from the 30. Now it's a bootleg for him. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And this one doesn't go far. They made it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Throwing from the gun. Pass complete to Gibbs. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Fair catch made here at the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. The Vikings are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And I don't think we can really call these highlights, partner. Shall we just call them replays as we re-examine his performance so far in this one? 3 interceptions mixed in among his work. It's really limited a lot of what he's been able to do out there. Here we go, 2nd and 9. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked up by Chidobe Awuzie. And the Jaguars will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, no doubt they envision that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who senses the need for a splash play and delivers.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Dropping back to throw. It's taken in by Washington. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Offense set for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
They are throwing it again. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars parlay the interception into points. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And like a swarm of hornets, the coverage has been... They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. That one doesn't make it beyond the line. So that brings up 2nd down. Now they send their back in motion right. Dump off caught by his back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
They steal the frequency on those opposing headsets. Somebody reading lips or steal a signal from the opposing sideline, Kate, because somehow this defense knew what was coming. They broke on that screen. It was in.
And they pick him off again. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I don't know how many you could have next to you, Kate, that have been in this spot before, okay? I have thrown 5 interceptions in the game, and happened to be our rivalry game back in college. It was one of the most humbling, horrific experiences of my life. Please, Coach, take this player out. We do not need to see another interception added to his ledger.
Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
This one's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
And he scores. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars make it a 24-point ball game. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. The Vikings taking the field on offense. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the 3rd. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
From the 27. And that's good for a gain of 5. Chidobe, Awuzie, they're on the tackle. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. Now he's past the 25. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. And the pass is successful. That's a little momentum builder as they attack this deficit. All right, partner, it is a small step on a long road back, but a necessary one. The touchdown and that conversion drop us back down to a 2-score game.
So you're saying there's a chance, Kate, just a little bit of a chance. Maybe they got to do it again and again and again. But all I know, time may not be on their side, but they did gain just a little bit of momentum.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Short kick gathered in at the 15. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Jaguars ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. First and 10, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Back to throw. Got a man. It's Thomas. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Third down, 1 yard to go. Gibbs now from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Jacksonville in punt formation. And he'll try to hit this one well. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. The Vikings back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Complete out to the right. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 31. On the move, headed right. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Running back, motioning right. McCarthy throwing on third down. He's trying to push the field. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He's got this at the 27. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Airing it out to start this drive. That's Thomas. He's got it.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with third down and 3. 3 quarters in the books from this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He's going to throw this one. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. DJ Turner comes up with it. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. McCarthy looking to throw. He's got him. That's Addison. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Plowing up the middle. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. And it's a nickel set from the Jags on this 3rd down. Now it's McCarthy. He has the first over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, here's McCarthy. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Short pass brought in.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Headed out right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. They still need 10, but the offense getting set on 4th down. McCarthy to throw for it. He's throwing deep to the left side. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Throw reeled in by Thomas. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
To throw it on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. 3rd down coming. They send a man in motion. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away. Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. It's a 36-yard look for him. The kick by Shudak is good. And make this a 19.3 score advantage.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. They're coming off a 4th down try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. McCarthy to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 32. Finds a man right side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
You ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Has his man. It's Addison. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, McCarthy hits him on the out route. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Vikings first down.
Here's McCarthy to throw. Complete over the middle. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Jump off caught by his back. And he's brought down after a short gain. Trying to set this up quick. Here we go, 2nd and very long. Caught by his back. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. So before 3rd down whistles, and yep, the timeout comes in. Back to the air, McCarthy. Chased out to his right. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Minnesota spends its 2nd timeout here. Now it's McCarthy. And they score! It's a Minnesota touchdown! The Vikings get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown! His 3rd through the air this game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And this is covered by the Jaguars. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Now the Jaguars getting set to go. And this one, just a formality till the clock runs out. It's only 1 timeout remaining to stop it. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. The Jaguars kneeling out the rest of this victory. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He'll go to a knee to close this one out, Brock, and it's only fitting that he's holding the ball in the end after the absolutely tremendous game that he had.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
And they won't be able to return this one as it sails out of bounds. So the Jaguars come away with a win in this one. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0.